met Katy, I was signed to Warner Brothers and she was signed to Columbia, I think. You know, so I would go to her shows at Hotel Cafe in LA, and I always remember there was something really special about her. I just remember seeing her on stage and she had this electricity about her, and I was just fascinated by her. And we just always kind of had a bond in that way. When I write songs with Katy Perry, it's really like a therapy session, and with any songwriter that I collaborate with, I really want to get into their head, and so I have them tell me everything, and we have a good little girl gab, and, and try to weave it into something beautiful. When the song started getting traction, and I guess blowing up, I was surprised in a way. I mean, I didn't expect it to do what it did, because her first album did so well, and I Kissed a Girl was so great, and I was just like, are we gonna top it, you know? And it just caught fire, and it was such a relief for me to have, because I'd been struggling for so many years, to just be like, okay, I can like die happy now, like feeling like I had some kind of mark on pop culture, and like everything's gonna be okay.
California girls, man.
I am a California girl. I was born in Northern California. I lived in Seattle. I grew up there, but I am technically a California girl, and so is Katy. And we're proud of that, you know. And you know, when Empire State of Mind came out, everyone was so excited about New York, and we just kind of wanted to do a West Coast response to that. So that was what California Girls was for us. Teenage Dream, we were kind of trying to capture that feeling of the first time you fall in love. And when you're a teenager, everything is so magnified and so dramatic, and every little detail is just like, you know, a shock of hormones. And I just, you know, was thinking back to slumber parties that I went to when I was 15, and, you know, watching Titanic and Romeo and Juliet, and like dreaming about Leo and all of these things. And so I kind of tried to capture some of those little moments that I felt as an adolescent.
I'm wide awake, yeah, I was in the dark, I was falling hard with an open heart.
Wide Awake was a really raw song when we wrote it. You know, Katy was going through a lot, and so we were really just drawing from real life events, and it was kind of about waking up from the teenage dream. So it was sort of perfect timing with the end of Teenage Dream and the beginning of the repackage. So it was kind of a perfect storm. Last Friday Night is also very autobiographical of Katy and I when we first met. You know, we met at this thrift store, and then I happened to be having a barbecue the next day, and I invited her over, and that's pretty much where the song came from. So, yeah, that's real. I feel like Roar is different from the other songs that I've written with Katy in the sense that it's a little more sophisticated. It's not quite as cutesy. Like, there's not any Candyland going on. You know, you see her burning the wig online and everything. And I really think it's a grown-up song for her. Both Katy and I have been through a lot, so Roar, I think, is just about overcoming and staying strong. And it's like a very rocky song, you know what I mean? So it's just about female empowerment and getting through the hard times with a smile on your face.